Fun night.
It was a fun night. My man Quincy had 250 yards. It seemed like he was rolling.
300 and something yards.
Yep.
Hey, talk to me just about the process and the dream of becoming a head coach and putting in the work and riding the ladder.
Well, for 12 years, this has been the goal that my wife and I have had. You know, that we wanted to be, in the Kanawha Valley. Wanted to be a Division II head football coach. So I applied for every single job that came open in the Kanawha Valley. I went 0 for 5, the first 5, and finally got number 6. So it is a dream come true. You know, we knew that if we continued to pray and believe that it would happen for us, that we would get there and have the opportunity at State. It's very fitting, because I've always been the underdog, and that State. Hasn't had a winning team since 2008, and there's, the chip on the shoulder thing. All that kind of fits with how I've been in my football career, and always trying to prove people wrong. So I think that it's very fitting, like I said, and the fact that we're in the Kanawha Valley, we're living the dream, and so me and my wife just trying to, put a new dream together, and that's win championships at State.
A lot has been made of your staff and your ties to West Virginia. How fun is it to be able to play or be able to coach now with teammates, and on top of that, bring in guys that have experience from Power 5 schools?
Right. I think ultimately it's about being able to work with your teammates. When I talk to other coaches, and they're like, man, that's awesome. You get to be with those guys, and with George, is one of my best friends in college, and Quincy, and we've known each other for years, and we were close in college and are even closer now. So we're able to share some old stories, but ultimately it's about that bond we've created, and I think our players. They see that. They see how close we are. They see how we operate together, and how teammates are supposed to act, and how we care about each other. And I think that goes a long way.
You guys offensively had a good year throwing the ball last year. You got a very solid quarterback. Talk about your relationship a little bit with Matt.
Our relationship's as strong as I've ever had with a football player. Quarterbacks are almost like a coach on the field, or they are. So he has to know every little detail of the game plan, and not only that, but we have really grown. And I'm trying to teach him how to be a leader. How to get ready for his adult life. And things off the field. So and he's so consistent. He's always there working out and doing extra stuff that we're always around each other. So our bond is incredibly tight, and something that's going to continue for a long time. But having him around and him being able to pass our culture on to not only the quarterbacks there, but the rest of the football team is just huge.
Tell me about defense. What should we expect of George?
George is going to add an element that we haven't had in a while, of being more basic on defense. Now we're going to bring a different defense, but he is huge on fundamentals and the process, and just establishing that we're going to do a couple things and we're doing very well. So George he's an incredible leader, and watching him with that defense just fires me up. He's got them completely ready to play, and they trust him, and they know he's going to put him in a great position. But that was the biggest, that was a home run. We didn't know we were going to hire, and George came kind of a little bit late, finally wanted the job at the end, and it's just been a great marriage ever since.
All right, tell me about the first game. What is your emotions going to be the first time you lead your team on the field?
I'm a very passionate guy, so I think that there's going to be plenty of emotions. But at the end of the day, I'm not worried about the outcome of that game. I'm trying to treat each day like like it's game day for that. And when we get to the actual game day atmosphere, I'm just going to be in reaction mode. And that's when you're an athlete, when you're a football coach. That's what champions do. They just react and let their preparation do the work. And that's what I'm going to do on game day. So I'm going to try and contain those emotions. Now Thursday and Friday might be a different story, but it is just it's cliche, but it's just a game, and it doesn't matter whether we win or lose. We got to get better. We got to play hard and play West Virginia State football, and as long as we can do that, we're going to be able to build on it. But I tell everyone this: it's so cool to have. It's just so exciting to put your work on display in front of the whole city. Opening day against your rival. I mean, what better job in the world could you have? With everyone to see what you do.
Well, the other thing, having been to State prior and having been to State now, I mean, you have to be thrilled to be able for people to come see what is an institute now. I mean, it'll blow their mind.
Exactly, and there's a lot of excitement, and UC's got a great football team, and they have a great following too. So I've learned a lot from Pat over the years, and I'm just excited to go out there and put our product out there for everyone to see.